good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to episode, I think, 63 of the LegacyKnitz podcast.
Sounds right.
Could be wrong. Anyway,
Yeah.
my name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
I am the mother grandmother.
And this is a podcast about knitting and crocheting and yarn dyeing and rug hooking and cross stitching and all of the fiber arts that you could possibly think of.
I've got to remember to show cross stitch.
Yeah, I think you forgot last time.
I'm going to put it closer.
Perfect.
We'll still probably forget, but in case.
Perfect. And I forgot to do, I'm coming to you from Burlington, Vermont.
Vernon, Connecticut. Beautiful, sunny. I don't think it's too warm, but we're pretending.
I know. I don't know either because I very rarely leave the house now, but we're surrounded by windows and it's a bluebird day with, oh my gosh, that actually just reminded me of something. Guess what Justin got for the house?
I can't even imagine.
Alexa, what's the weather right now?
Currently, in Burlington, it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 24 degrees.
I'm so spoiled.
Do you like it?
Because my hands are tied up so much of the time, and I hate having the TV all the time on, but Lily needs background noise, so I'll play the Harry Potter audiobooks like all throughout the day, and I can just put on music and I can just like say it and she does it. So I don't have to fiddle with my phone. I don't have to, it's
So connected to your phone? Honestly, I saw it somewhere and I thought, it's the epitome of laziness, and I'm trying not to go. But now for you, it makes sense. I'm trying not to go there. But just as you said that, I was like, oh, that sounds so great.
It's so nice. Well, especially for you, I feel like dying all day because you have your gloves on and you have your mask on. And I don't know, for me, because I totally agree with you. I thought the same thing. I'm like, and it always like, it's one of those little, what do they call them? They're like your little, it's one of the pet peeves that I have with Justin is he uses Siri for everything. I'll be like, oh, who's that actor? And he'll go, I'm not going to say it, but he'll go, hey, what's the actor in the blah, blah, blah. And she never understands.
That's the thing. I've never been a fan of Siri.
She's going to answer me if I say her name, but she is so much smarter than that stupid Siri.
Do you find it a little creepy?
Yes.
I was going to say, you know what? It's so hard because part of me, I keep getting messages. Oh, okay. Part of me this morning was wishing I was totally off the grid.
And this is like a step in the exact opposite direction. I hate it.
Exactly. But, it sounds like as you were describing, it's like, maybe I want one.
I know. And I put so this is what I've been trying to do with Justin and I is we will flag something and we'll say, okay, like we'd like to purchase that, but like, let's wait and see like how many times a day we would instinctively go to that. And we waited for probably 4 months before we purchased this.
So it wasn't like an impulse buy. It was something that you really thought about. I think as you described it for yourself, it makes complete sense. And I have to admit, I always have gloves on. I'm always in here and I'm always having to take them off to do something on my phone. But my personality wouldn't learn how to use it to its best potential. And that's wasteful. And I do that a lot.
See, I agree with you there because I feel like I'm very much the same way until I'm like, ooh, I would love it if she could do that. And then I look into it. But even if the 3 ways that you use it increases the value of your time, you know what I mean? Like to me, like
I agree.
Increases the value of my time being spent. I'm okay with it. Yeah. For me. I don't know.
It's another piece of that. Is it Big Brother is always watching?
And he absolutely is. Like, I think that's fully disclosed with this product. Like, her ears don't turn off unless you unplug her. I know. Believe me, I struggle.
I know. But I have to say, everything you described it for yourself, it makes complete sense because you are not hands-free a lot of the time. But boy, when little Miss Lily figures it out, you're going to unplug her in a second because you're going to be like, stop asking.
Well, at that point.
I know. I don't know. 2 and 3-year-olds can be quite precocious.
Oh, I've got another year and a half.
Oh my gosh, I think that's hysterical though.
Yeah.
Don't let your father use it when he's up there because he'll have one for his own. He's such a gadget guy.
He's a gadget guy, and I have to say the speaker on this thing is pretty epic. Around to Tom Petty on Saturday morning with Lily, it was pretty amazing. It makes me feel bad for our downstairs neighbors because
I was thinking the way it picked up sound, but you're saying the speaker, how it emanates sound. Is that the right word? Emanates?
I think that works.
It felt right, but I'm not sure. I was never good at like Mrs. Cole's vocabulary. All right, let's go.
Anyway, so
we should be taking advantage of a happy baby.
I know. It took a little while to get there this morning, so
it's okay. She's perfect.
Where should we go? Do we want to talk about our weekends, or do we want to talk about some knitting first, and then if we have time at the end, talk about weekends?
I would say we should get into our knitting because we have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and I just started the dye process for that event, and I'm always anxiety ridden about it at the beginning because I know I want to come. Well, let's not be this vague. Needles Up Maryland is on May 4th, which is so close. And it crept up so quickly, and we're so excited about it. And, but I get very anxiety ridden because I want to bring a new line. I have very high expectations of myself. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to bring some of the existing yarns that are the very popular ones that everyone always wants. And so we had decided we are going to do the Lily P collection, which is great. Okay, now I have a thought process, but really that's so vast of what I could do with that it's crazy. We could be doing that for the rest of her life.
We probably will.
I know we probably will. But I did a lot of the base colors that I know people want and love and started getting those out of the way. I did a bunch of sock kits. I did a lot of sock kits. Those are all done. I did all the chunky, our new chunky, which we love, and that's all done. I have a lot done in that much time. Like what happens is I get all this anxiety and then it all comes together and I'm like, just relax, Sue. Mm-hmm. But creating new colorways is very overwhelming until you get in the process of doing it. So yesterday was Sunday, and I don't know why I find Sunday dyeing the most relaxing. Mm-hmm. I can't figure it out because I did so much that you wouldn't have thought it'd be relaxing.
It's because there's no pressure. It's not a work day. It's all bonus time.
It's bonus, and we've talked about that. And it just, I not only dyed yarn, I cleaned the hell. I mean, I was like crazy yesterday. And I just felt like I was just going through the day. I think there's no pressure. I think that's it.
Well,
okay. So this is not going in the shop. This is a Needles Up colorway, which after Needles Up, anything that comes home goes in the shop, which there will be a lot. I'm sure because I've talked about it before. We bring a lot of yarn with us. And then we have a trunk show after that will feed with that yarn. But anyways, and it's so funny because when I dye yarn, I'm like, oh, yuck. Why did I do 10? I don't even like it. And I should know by now, 2 years later, that you have to let it dry. And then you'll like it. Mm. Okay. What did I call this? Oh. We think you're peachy keen.
And that's part of the Lily P line.
This is the Lily P line. I am so excited. So there's pops of purple. There's this salmony color. There's the cream. There's a soft pink. We're peachy keen.
And the peach is what floors me. I love the peach in that.
I am so excited about this skein of yarn. So the Lily P line will be in all of the bases, which when I say all of the bases, it's steel toes, cozy toes, and DK weight.
Yes.
So there will be in that. And I was thinking about this weekend because before I was a dyer, the base names were very confusing to me. Like, well, how do you know what that one is? And how do you know what this one is? The easiest way for us is The Cozy Toes has cashmere, CC.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Steel Toes is the basic
Mm-hmm. And I think,
basic fingering.
and for me, like, I think conceptually, like, what do I think is cozier? Like, cashmere is the coziest, and steel is
And
a little more tough and rugged. Like, you can really kind of.
yes, so I hope those names aren't confusing because I remember being like, well, what does that name mean? Like, and then it was overwhelming for me. Like when I was shopping, like, well, I don't know what even though we have bands of says what it is, it's nice to know when you're going in, like what you think you might want. And then our DK is our DK.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, this is the second color to the Lily P line because of course the first one is Miss Lily P,
Mm-hmm.
which will be going with us.
Mm-hmm. Should we show the semi-solid?
Yes, and I am trying to pair. We're trying to have a semi-solid line that will coordinate with lots of different yarns. Peaches and cream.
That one has my heart.
Well, I'm so happy you said that because let's get into works in progress.
Let's do it.
I went out and bought Miss Lily P her Easter dress. So anyways, your Nana always bought your Easter dresses. So I would love, and hats. I didn't get a hat.
No, but I was just remembering.
They did have hats. That was in the day when Easter hats were probably more that. Not having.
I felt like such a clown. I was like, what is happening on my head?
I did not know that. All right, there will be no hats involved. I do not want to claim that I will buy all of her Easter dresses because Lily P has another wonderful grandmother who watches Lisa Hello. And if she ever wants to, I am not claiming that.
Yes.
I will share that happily. But it's a little sleeveless sundress. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, we need a little sweater. It's sleeveless. It may be chilly.
Stop it. You didn't.
I hope it fits. This is only the back. It is a Serdar pattern out of this book.
Oh my God.
I have to find it's so adorable, but I'm kind of it's a little fussy.
Okay.
Easy fussy, but you have to think about it, and I hit a wall with thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it down, but hold on, let's find it because it's adorable. I wish I had thought ahead to make the green cream, but I didn't. It's going to be all one color.
I think that will be perfect, all one color. Oh my God, it's so sweet. And look at that baby. She's beautiful.
So, the Serdar babies are beautiful. And that is the front. I've been doing a little cleaning. That's the other thing that has opened up a lot. I found my grocery list. I was rewriting this before we started, and I was like, it doesn't look as long.
That's a morning win right there.
Oh, that's a win. But I was cleaning out. Oh, I won't be able to find it. Cleaning out the drawer. As I said, I cleaned the area, and now I'm like, I can't find it because there's so much stuff here. Sorry. Anyways, I had these perfect little buttons that match.
Oh my
God. I should have brought down the dress.
I can put a picture of the dress inserted here so you guys can see. But perfect.
Of course, at some point we will have a picture of her in her dress. Isn't it? So then I'm thinking like, oh, I don't have time to make a sweater. I'm like, Sue, she's a baby. It's a DK weight baby sweater. That's like one day. And you know how much I hate to shop because I was like, well, see what you have and I'll go out and about. And the amount of time it would have taken for me to find a sweater in the store, I could have made it. So I made the smallest because it'll probably only fit her for this outfit. And okay, there are matching booties, shoes.
Are you
Mary Jane's? Not yet, but I probably will.
Oh my God. Oh, I love that.
Look at this color. And it's funny because I thought, well, the dress doesn't have peach in it. It's a peachy pink, and the dress is the flowers are that exact color.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, because when I was looking through her clothes, I was looking for that or white.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
She's going to be ready for the Easter parade.
She is going to be.
I will stop searching for the hat right now, though.
No hat.
That is hysterical. So anyways, these are two of the colors going to Needles Up. Her line for now is going to have a very much a spring look to it. I already know the next color in my head, which could happen later on today.
It's so exciting. And like, yeah, I feel like it'll develop as the seasons go and as she grows, it's going to follow her path.
It is. It is. And it's just going to be a really fun line, I think. It's going to be kind of, at the moment, it feels very whimsical, which is me. That's what I enjoy the most. But the next color, ooh, it's coming.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah. So now I feel like I'm so on track because the colors are coming to me.
Good.
Beforehand, it is, I have to say, it is so overwhelming to go because I put it in the world already. Like, oh yeah, it's a Lily P collection.
Right.
That's all I know.
Right. But you just,
So now I feel like it's really going to happen.
yes, you just need the creative floodgates to like crack a little bit. And then it's like, once you get that momentum, they like totally open up.
It speaks so much to organization in one's life when you're creative. It's because I'm not a super organized person. That's very well known, but my workspace was so cluttered and the house is just kind of in a disarray at the moment because we have a geriatric dog going on here. So we have like chairs out of place and rugs everywhere to help her. And yesterday I was able to like get it all kind of to a manageable spot. And it was just like my brain opened up and boom, I was on fire.
Oh, I love that.
It'll be gone tomorrow, but let's enjoy it for now.
Keep the momentum going.
I'm gonna.
What are you wearing?
Oh,
Because that's an FO this week, right?
it's an FO. How about that? Oh my gosh. I honestly, knitting fairies are here big time.
Oh no, we have a wake baby. That is so beautiful.
I love this shawl. So this is my Easter shawl. You tell the name because I can't remember.
The Colorfield Shawl by Kemper Wray of the Junk Yarn podcast and Yarn Line and Designs, obviously.
I do not think she had an I-cord bind off, but I believe in the I-cord bind off.
I do too. What kind of bind off did she have?
She had another stretchy one, Icelandic.
Oh yeah, yep. I forgot.
Which honestly I didn't even bother to look up because I'm so in love with the I-cord bind off.
Totally.
This ribbing edging is stunning.
Isn't it so fun to do too?
Oh, I enjoyed every second of this shawl. DK weight.
Fast. So you knit it in less than 2 weeks because it's been.
Oh, I would say I could have knit this, no exaggeration, 3 days. 3 days. Really super fun. Super fun. Slip stitches. I totally enjoyed it. So it is with our pistachio and saltwater taffy.
I love it.
DK.
And those are both stocked in the shop.
They're stocked in the shop, plus they will be going to Needles Up. I'm bringing all of the shawl colorways that we've been working on because people have so like responded so well to them. And we will also have the shawls there.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of more samples this time around. It's interesting. I feel like because so many people are no longer, or doesn't feel like people are buying for their stash as much. It's more about specific, like having a project in mind for the purchase.
Sure.
Which has always been how I shop.
Yeah.
It's how my brain works.
I'm the same way. I'm an awful stash shopper because if I can't figure out what it's going to be, then I can't justify the purchase for me, I guess.
Yeah, the only time is for socks. I always feel like a good fingering weight, beautiful color. If you love it and don't know what to do with it, it's always a good pair of socks.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. So yeah, what have you been knitting?
Well, on the same shawl train. Well, first, Matterroot bag, obsessed. Talked about it. I talked about it in my shorty. They're beautiful.
Obsessed.
They're the best.
Double obsessed.
Oh my god! Let me see the fern one.
And there's more in the shop right now.
Ooh.
And
yeah.
I should have brought yours down. Your big over the shoulder.
Did we not show? Oh, maybe we were just FaceTiming and you showed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We have a baby on the edge right now, but we're going to
keep going.
keep going. I'm rocking her. So I'm knitting the Exploration Station for anybody that is just tuning in for the first time. The Exploration Station by Stephen West. Oh, there go my needles that I transferred out.
That is so beautiful.
We are back.
We're back.
So, on the same thought process as your shawl, I have been knitting the Exploration Station by Stephen West out of All Legacy Fiber Arts yarn. And I'm on the final section before the bind off, the ribbing. I don't know if you call it ribbing, but
well, it's actually an edging. Isn't it an edging?
Edging, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
So the colors I'm using for this shawl are, the green is guac. Actually, you know what? An easier way to show it is this way. So the green is guac. The gray with the green speckles is Crack in the Sidewalk. The cream with the tan and green speckles is Castle on the Hill. And the beautiful gray that weaves in and out of it is Grey Garden. And
I love that.
Thank you. I am loving knitting it. It is so fun. The last time we podcasted, you and I was here. And then I got to here for my shorty. I feel like I'm ruining it. And then since my shorty last week, I knit this section and almost all of this section. I think I have 2 more stripes I have to do, which is a 4-row repeat.
Mm-hmm. It is so beautiful. You know how much I wish that you lived closer so we could share shawls?
I know.
Because we love each other's and we literally could have a shawl pile and like, take these for the week. I'll take those. Because I want that one. I'm going to make it.
You can probably have it, to be honest. You can have it.
Oh, you wouldn't wear that?
Maybe every once in a while. I don't know. I'm so bad about wearing knitwear. I'm really, really bad about it.
Well, you're also not out and about as much as you used to be. Like, I feel like if you were working, I live in that piece, like mine.
You do. So we'll see. But, like, I would definitely consider giving it to you.
Well, I feel like, I honestly think Justin could wear that. You could wear that. I know.
He wouldn't. He could, but he would.
He would look and Ben would look so good in that.
Oh.
It is stunning.
You know what I should do? I should trick Ben. I should say, hey, Ben, come model this for me. I need some pictures of a guy and see if he likes it. And if he likes it enough, I'll say, just take it. Because the only thing I could see them not loving is like the pointed edging. But you don't have to show that. You can roll that up.
I don't know. Like, I do love that look on a guy.
I know. I just know them. I don't think either of them would be into it.
Yeah, I couldn't see them wearing it a lot. Like, Dad would never wear it.
Right.
He's more of a traditional. But I think they could get away with it because they're younger and hipper. Let's just say it out loud.
Well, physically, they're younger and hipper. But, like, mentally, they're all old men. But, so that's what I'm knitting. And I'm knitting these on Knitter's Pride Zing interchangeables. And I recently changed over to the 40-inch cord because it was super bunchy. I could probably even afford to change it to a 47-inch cord that they have now.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one, so I'm thinking about it. But it's huge. I did not realize how big the shawl is.
I feel like you keep hitting against a microphone. I'm hearing like a microphone noise.
Oh, no, it's our clothes washer.
Oh,
Raining, and that's because I was sharing with Mom. Lily had a nice little poop up to her shoulder blades, so I had to mop. And her favorite onesie of ours that we love is now like covered in poop, and I'm really hoping it doesn't stain.
It won't.
So yeah, I apologize for that sound. It is gonna.
I thought it was like microphone. I feel like you know who.
Is he? Mm-hmm. We are having a freaking day.
We are. We're having a day. It's okay. We're going to power through.
We're going to power through it.
That noise is hysterical.
It's awful. So I apologize. I don't know how much I'll try and...
It's not huge. I just thought you were brushing against like a microphone.
No. It's our washer drip.
It's okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
We are dealing with geriatric dogs, little tiny babies. Old and young women.
I was going to say, I'm just as much a problem as
I know, I agree. I feel the same. But that, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous.
you. Yeah, and I love freaking zings. I am obsessed with them.
I cannot wait. Did you do our pickup from Must Love Yarn? Don't forget to bring them home.
I've got that ready for you. I've got our new needle cases from Jezebel B that we ordered from Espace Tricot. I don't have the ones that we ordered from Jezebel herself. Is that her actual name?
I have no idea.
Well, I hope it is. But I don't have the one that we actually ordered from her Etsy shop in yet. We ordered the interchangeables and the fixed circular cases.
So which one do you have?
I have the fixed. Right.
Fixed. Okay. I cannot wait for our exchange this weekend.
I know. And I can't believe we're going to be there on Friday. I mean,
can't wait. So we were discussing it last night. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make you stay until Tuesday and I'll drive you back.
Perfect. It's fine by me.
First it was like Monday and I'm like, maybe I'll keep her till Tuesday. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I know. I'm so looking forward to it.
It's going to be a great visit. I also can't believe Easter's already here.
It's so bizarre.
I know.
It's so bizarre. I know. Go ahead.
I was saying it's exciting.
It's so exciting. I think our Easter traditions are one of my favorites. And it's funny because Kristen's coming this year. So it'll be so fun to share our traditions with her. Because Easter is a fun dinner. And it's all of it is fun. And we don't do gifts of any sort. So there's no like, oh, I actually thought like, oh, we should go make Easter baskets. And then I'm like, no. Much work. Little Miss Lily has one.
Well, she can have one.
Yeah, she has one. And the basket itself, I cannot wait for you to see.
I can't wait to see it.
It's perfect.
So excited.
So yeah.
Great needles. Highly recommend them. Must Love Yarn now regularly carries them for anybody.
Which so excited. And they have an online shop too.
They do?
They have a really good online shop. So yeah, I'm so excited. You cannot forget to bring their sock kits.
Yes.
Back with you. They're sitting right there. That's why I looked at them.
Yes, absolutely. So that is really like largely what I've been knitting on. Again, I've been very monogamous with this project because I want to make sure that I have it ready for you for Needles Up.
For Needles Up, yes. I'm so excited that we're having samples. It's funny. I will show you what I started, which is which if you keep the shawl, these will be for you. You can wear them with the shawl because they would go with it. So it's the same thing. Like I am just loving our sock kits lately. I'm loving the pop of color. I really wanted to make these a cable down the side sock, which I've done a basic sock like that, where the cables run down the half in the back, a cable in the back, cable in the front, and then down the front. But I needed mindless, and that is mindless. I should have done it because it would be gorgeous in this. It is mindless in a sense, but I always have to have movie knitting. Now, ask me why, because I haven't been to the movies in so long. But I always feel like, well, I have to be ready in case we go.
For anything, really.
Any kind of like being out and about, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I started a new shawl.
Let me see.
Did we even talk about it last time?
I think you talked about how you wanted to cast it on.
Yes. So it's the Suburban Shawl by Joji. And
I know.
it is a lovely knit. It really is. I mean, it's quite mindless a lot of the times. And then it's because it's in sections, you have to focus on certain sections.
Oh my God. I haven't seen this in so long. So
I'm trying to go slow because I feel like we always move things really fast.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You are flying.
I swear, there are knitting fairies at work around here.
Wow.
I did not even work on this that much. I don't know how it happens. I honestly go into a trance when I knit, I think. So we have Gray Gardens and then Gray Gardens in pewter striping. So here's pewter. And then Edward.
Wow, that works perfectly.
It is such a pretty It's really pretty. It really, really is. I love the flow of color. It looks exactly how I wanted it to. It's just
Well, and
the pattern. Oh, go ahead.
you were saying the rows are a really manageable stitch count number, right?
It's only like 129 stitches.
That's not bad.
So now I used a size 5 because I couldn't find a 6, but I still think it's going to be big enough. It's going to be long. It's going to block out. This, what I'm on right now is the eyelet section. It's my favorite because it's garter. I love garter.
You should cast on, if you like the eyelet section, you should really cast on an I Smell Snow.
Whose is that?
That's the one that I'm knitting with the gray and the Edward.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I just love it because I can't remember if we've talked about the fact that I am now a flicker instead of a thrower. Now I can almost do it on a purl row too, but it's not as quick, but I don't know what made the shift in me. Like, cause it was natural. I wasn't thinking about it. And all of a sudden I was flicking and I'm like, I'm flicking. And when I think about it, I get all messed up. But if I get in it's a lot faster. It's such a fun knit. And I love the subtlety of Edward.
I cannot wait to get to that color on my I Smell Snow shawl because I have not knit with it yet, and it is I think you were saying this the other day, probably my favorite color that you've ever dyed.
It's one of my favorites. I actually have to dye a bunch up this afternoon for the shop. So all of these colorways will be in the shop by the time this goes up for sure. I love it. And I love the lace section. So next I have another Edward section, and then I go back to striping. So it's going to go fast. The slowest part is the little lace section. And it shouldn't be because it's pretty.
Well, I feel like lace you have to like think about a little bit.
Near the end, Isabella's crying to get up now. I'm going to go get her up.
Lily's asleep.
Okay, so yeah, so I have put a lot of time into this one. Like, this has been most of my knitting. The sock has been like in between. And then, of course, I decided I had to make Miss Lily her Easter sweater.
That's what I mean. Like, you have knit so much.
Honestly, it's bizarre. Like, I couldn't say, like, oh, yeah, I knit Thursday night.
That's so amazing, though, because it means you're able to squeeze in time to really, like, knit and kind of unwind as well as all of the yarn you're producing, which is absolutely mind-blowing.
I have no words.
Well, I feel like it's a lot like that quote that I sent to you that day where we were like, I'm not in the mood to work. I can't get any inspiration. It's like, I always mess up the actual wording, but it's, you know, nature never rushes and yet everything still gets accomplished.
Yes, yes. It is funny because when I get in those stress states of, oh, I should be dyeing, because I dye a lot. I really spend a lot of time dyeing. I've learned it's really interesting. My body won't allow me to dye some days. Like, my intent is to dye, and I end up sitting here going, why are you sitting there? And it's like, but my body won't allow me to get up and do it. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. But I've learned to, I don't know if I would call it listen to my body or accept it. Like, just say, you know what? It doesn't appear like you're going to do anything today. So, yeah. But then on days like yesterday, I dyed like 70 skeins just casually, like, but I also pick and choose, like, some are easier and you can do faster. And, you know, it's every skein doesn't take the same amount of time.
Right.
So, yeah. So I honestly do not know how I get it done.
It's amazing.
This knitting, like, it's magical.
Yeah. Who cares how it gets done? You get it done.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying it. You've talked about this too. There's really been a shift using our own yarns. And Molly's talked about this a lot. And because we never really have, because we were always trying to get yarn in the shop, and every skein you use means it's not going in the shop. And then it seemed like we were able to get a little buildup, and I am so enjoying knitting with our yarn. It's very, I don't know, rewarding, satisfying. I don't know what the word is, but it's super cool. And that must have something to do with it.
For sure. I know definitely has an impact on like what I knit, because I feel like I'm constantly because it's our yarn, we don't have to shop for it per se. We just know we have all, it's like just knowing the tools that you have in your toolbox. And once you know that, your brain can kind of work with that. And like I don't know about you, but I'm constantly like marinating on, okay, these colors would look good together. And then you just find the different combinations. And not to mention, we really are very proud of the bases that we have. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that definitely plays a part in it.
I do too. Well, and it's funny because even when I wanted to make Lily a skein, I knew I was on a time crunch, or I wanted to make her a sweater. I knew in order to get the color I wanted, I would have to dye it. And literally, it was just like, well, I got to dye that because I'm going to start tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I did.
Mm-hmm.
I love this sweater. I'm going to finish at least a half today and maybe a sleeve.
I cannot wait to see it because with that dress, it's perfect. It's perfect.
So sweet.
Well, I only have one more thing that I've been knitting on, and it's pathetic. I started it yesterday.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be beautiful. So I'm using our Foxtails colorway, which I have been coveting this skein because I love this color so much that I wanted to pick a pattern that I thought would really lend itself to it. And I think it's pretty true to color. It's looking a little more orange than it actually, I mean, it is an orange, but
it's a burnt sienna light.
Totally.
Little backgrounds coming out. And it is tonal, so there's lighter spots and...
Exactly. And this is in our Cozy Toes base, and I found, and it was actually off of your suggestion, Mom, because when I mentioned, like, oh, I want to cast on a sock this weekend because I'm just in the mood. And I went to Little Bobbin's new sock collection. I think it's called, like, the Love Story, or I think Love Story sock collection.
It has a whole story behind it, which I heard Dani talk about, and now I forgot. I'm sorry.
Well, I know.
It's on her podcast.
Yeah, it's on her podcast, and I know, like, inside of her rings, they're, like, vintage rings.
Yes, now it's coming back.
And there are two names. I know one of them is Cyril. I forget what the other one is. But, so this pattern is called the Cyril sock, and it's based on the name inside of her ring.
So is this her first pattern or her second? I can't remember.
I think it's the first one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the first one. It's beautiful. It has, I'll put a picture on the screen, but it has these beautiful cables running down, all.
Sounds like you have a monster in the background.
If you knew our washer and dryer, which
you do have a monster.
It is a monster. But so anyway, it's a beautiful cabled pattern, and Dani has just a beautiful, like, vintage antique-y look to everything that she does, which I thought would be beautiful in this semi-solid.
The colorway lends so well to that whole theme that she has going.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's written for Magic Loop. I'm going to start the pattern, like the pattern down the leg in Magic Loop, and see if it makes sense for me to transfer over to DPNs, because I would rather work on DPNs, but sometimes the pattern itself, you need to have all 16 stitches on the same needle.
Most patterns can transfer to double points very easily. I know Cookie A's patterns, which are like her older ones are so complex, and she would do it on double points. And at that point, I was doing circulars, and it was hard to transfer it because she would have you moving stitches from needle 1 to needle 2 and needle 3 to needle 4. So it got a little crazy, but your basic sock pattern's pretty adaptable usually.
Yeah. So, well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's not like, ooh, you need the last stitch on this needle and the first stitch on the next one, so I have to like, that's what I want to avoid.
Well, you also can have, if say there's a cable, you can have more or less on, you can set up that until you come to the heel, and then you want the heel placed correctly.
That's very true. So maybe I'll wait till I get to the pattern and see where it would make sense to have the needles and then transfer it over. But just to start, I wanted to kind of see what it was like on DPNs, or on Magic Loop, which, it is what it is. I'm not a huge Magic Loop lover anymore, but these are good needles. They're Chowgoos. They're 47-inch cord.
So that's it. I do like a longer cord for Magic Loop for sure. I haven't Magic Looped in a long time. I'm with you. I'm loving my double points so much. I don't know. Again, with my new flicking,
Love it.
that was the other reason I did a basic sock. I wanted to just flick a lot.
That's good. You have to.
I know.
The more you do it, the more it's just going to become second nature.
That it's definitely getting to that muscle memory place almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got to knit yesterday. But
you have that big shawl. Really, you've gotten a lot done for having that little beauty.
the little peanut.
Such a peanut. I cannot wait to see her. Yeah. So that is all the knitting I have.
Well, I can talk about the knit along that we have going on.
Yes, talk about that.
So we have the bull cow going on. #bullcow.
Which they don't have to be these, but it's a great pat. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So this is just what Mom and I chose to knit with our bulky yarn. This is not the only pattern that you can knit, but
it's such a good one though.
It is a really good one, and it is what inspired the knit along. It is running until Monday, April 9th.
Little while left.
So there's a significant amount of time especially for a bulky knit, and it doesn't have to be big. It can be something as simple as this, which you can do in a weekend.
They work up so fast. It is the best pattern.
I totally agree, and it's super fun. And I wanted it to be a knit along where if you heard about it, in the second week, you could still grab a skein of yarn and participate. Like, I don't want it to be super fast or anything like that.
Yes. And the Woollier, I call them the Woollier, the Woolliers. It's their pattern. It's a great pattern.
It is.
What's it called?
Pom Pom Party Slippers.
Pom Pom Party Slippers. They are. Can't you think of oh my gosh, someday when Lily has all her friends over for a sleepover, you can make them all pom pom slippers. Mm-hmm. I will help you. Mm-hmm. Hopefully she only has 2 friends.
Fingers crossed.
It's all you need in life.
It's true. Quality over quantity.
Yes, absolutely.
So yes, if you'd like to join along with that, please do. I've been really interactive with the Ravelry thread, which is really, really fun. I'm having a great time. I think.
So, are you going to pick from the thread, or are you going to have a finished object thread?
We have a finished object thread as well, which there's at least one finished object already completed. Since I haven't looked today, and I didn't look over the weekend, but yeah. So it's the prize will be drawn from the finished object thread. If you decide to use Legacy Fiber Arts bulky yarn, you can list it twice, giving you double the chances to win a prize or the prize, because there's only going to be one prize. And the prize is going to be a mini set of all of the Lily P colorways, which, are not all dyed yet, but that will be one of them.
That is one of them. I'm actually dyeing the minis today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yay! I'm so excited. So you'll get a pack of the minis, you'll get one of our enamel pins, and you will also get Mina Phillips' new pattern. Is it called the Changes Shawl?
Yes, it is. People are making it like crazy. It is beautiful. She was so generous. Thank you, Mina. Because I never go into Ravelry, I really do not see a lot of these things, which is really bad. But yeah, she gave us each one, and then she gifted us one, I think.
Yes.
I'm not even sure if that's the case.
Yep.
Is that the case?
Yeah.
Phew. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to start it. I would love to do a mini skein set for it.
I would love to knit it as well. It is beautiful.
It's beautiful. I'm loving that oblong. I'm just loving that look for a shawl because you can really wrap it. And I don't know that I would wear it as much like this, like I wear shawls, or just like have it just wrapped around when you're like going out. And I love beautiful shawls underneath my big down jacket.
Yeah. Well, they probably keep you so warm.
So warm. So warm.
Yeah. So that is going to be the prize. You get the minis, the enamel pin, and Mina's new pattern. And who knows, if we stumble upon something else that we think might fit into that prize pack, then we will just keep adding to it. But for now, that is going to be the prize. It's a good one. And
we must reiterate, you need 2 skeins. We get a lot of questions about that. 2 skeins, no matter what the size. However, if you're making the largest size, you might need to either get a 3rd skein or go to like your local big box store and get a chunky of a matching color like a black to go with yours, or a turquoise for those pom-poms, or small. I still think you'll need it even with a smaller pom-pom for the larger sizes. But we are not typically a small, and we made the small because the small is like 6 to 8, size 6 to 8. So yeah. And we do still have some in the shop. And when I especially, I mean, all orders I ship out almost same day to next day. But when I get one in for the chunky, I try to get it immediately in the mail, thinking if there's a possibility it's for the Cal. So keep that in mind. They go out quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And I should say on the Ravelry whip thread, I put a couple of suggested patterns. So if you're like, I really want to do it, but I don't know what to knit, and you don't want to do pom-pom slippers, I think there's a hat pattern in there. There's a cowl pattern. So if you don't want to have to think about it, you can go in there, click on one of those patterns, and you'll have your...
I would love to make a big bulky cowl.
Me too.
I love that feel around your neck.
So cozy, especially this is so soft.
I know. I love that yarn.
Yeah.
I still have to make my second one. It's right here.
Whenever you need a quick satisfying...
I should, because I want to bring those will be other samples we bring with us. So
yeah,
I'm getting so excited about Needles Up. And if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about as far as Needles Up, if you're new to us, there's a whole website, www.needlesup.com, where you can get all the information. We do them twice a year, once at Rhinebeck and once in Maryland. So if you're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, and you can get there on Friday, a lot of people plan on being there anyways on Friday. Look up all the information over there. We have great vendors. We just found out that Chelsea of Sucre is going to be there. We were not 100% sure. She said yes, she will be there with her charms this time, which is a super big treat. Yes. And I don't know if she's designed any specifically for this event. I love them.
I have so many, but these are the two that I'm using right now.
Well, because we bought a ton at Needles Up. We were so bad.
This was a Needles Up one from Rhinebeck.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's doing any specific for Needles Up or not, but if you follow her feed, oh my goodness, they're adorable. They are adorable. I can't imagine her leaving her new little husky puppy, though.
I know.
I think it's going to kill her.
What is his name?
Not really, Chelsea. Just come. It's okay.
He'll be okay.
Yes, and the list of vendors is amazing, amazing. I'm so afraid to go through them all because I'm afraid I'll forget someone. But you might be doing a nap time shorty all about Needles Up if you really want to get all the details. And we're super excited. The VIP hour sold out really, really quickly. That means, in the big scheme, it means nothing. It just means that you don't get to come that hour early, but you will be exposed to all of the same products, and there's no cost to come in after the VIP hour. So exciting. I'm getting excited. At first I was like, oh, it's so far away, I can't even think about it. Now it's like, whoa, it's getting close.
And the weather will be beautiful. I feel like that alone, well, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that alone will make it really enjoyable.
Yeah. It should be a great event. It's our first time for Maryland, so we go in blind. We have no clue. But we know it's going to be great. Yeah. That's all we know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It'll be wonderful. It'll be super fun. Was there anything else that we had to talk about?
I have some amazing stitching to show.
Oh my God, show your stitching.
I'm going to show it. So I jumped on the Little House Christmas something series, Christmas on the Farm. And Little House is a really, I'm a big floss tube watcher. We've talked about it here. And Little House is very, very prominent. Everybody knows Little House Needleworks. They love them. I'm right there with them. So I am doing Farmhouse Christmas, which so far I'm waiting for my needle workshop to call me with the rest of the threads and the third installment. But this is installment 1.
So cute.
installment 2. So I would have been done with installment 1, but I'm missing colors that I'm waiting on.
Okay.
I literally did this I started it Saturday night and finished it by Sunday afternoon last weekend.
Oh my God, really?
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes. And are you planning on doing the pillow ornaments like they show on?
Yes. I am going to have them made into some kind of beautiful, either pillows or something like flat. Like I might mount it on a board and then cover another board with Christmas fabric and put them together. Doesn't that sound like I would really know what I was doing?
So what do you mean by, well, how would you see the other board?
Well, because it's going to have a back and a front. So this would be on one board, and then the Christmas fabric would be on another board, and you'd stick them together.
And then you'd hang it on the wall?
No, and then you could have a ribbon in between. You could hang it on a tree.
Oh, okay. Because when you were saying board, I was picturing like a big poster board. And
Oh, no, tiny. The size of this. The size of this. So they'll all be individual. I follow Vonna Pfeiffer. I've talked about her here before. She's like the queen of finishing. I've given her that title. She might not be. I think she really is known as the finisher in the needlework industry. She's incredibly talented. I would love to just send these all off to her and have them finished.
Well,
I know. I'm even willing to spend, not the money, it's just the, you know me, the physical act of getting it all together, sending them.
no.
I'm the worst.
No.
So anyways, I love this. I am using 32 count Belfast linen, natural or raw, I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm getting all tangled. And I originally started on a cream fabric and promptly threw it away. I know, I should have picked it out. And I found all of my old teaching kits that were filled with fabric.
Oh, Jack.
And they're all small pieces. And the cream was not showing up at all. I was like,
yeah,
and
I think because of the white, it would be really hard to see.
it was ridiculous. So then I went into my big box in my room that I saved. I've talked about it before. We had a neat crusted shop and frame shop 100 years ago. And there were certain things that I saved. I was just like, no, I'm going to save these. I have a pile of this fabric, probably 30 pieces.
That's amazing.
So I was like, and I almost threw it out once. I know, not throw it out. I almost gave it away once, almost. Because I was like, I can't do 32 count linen anymore. My eyes, they totally can do it.
Totally.
Totally. And again, it's a lot of muscle memory because when I stitch, I don't necessarily have to be like, where is that hole? It's a very natural rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the needle finds the hole. That'll make sense to people that stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I love stitching.
I know, you really do.
I love stitching.
Mm-hmm.
It truly was my first love. It really, really was. And when I pick up a needle and thread, it's like I'm home. It's so weird. So I really want to get started on this one. Oh yeah. A lot of people have replaced this girl with like a snowman or another horse.
Why? What's wrong with the girl?
A lot of people, I don't know. I know Shauna of Adelaide's Cottage. She's doing these. She's doing a lot of the same projects I am, which I love that.
Super fun.
And yeah, it's like, I feel like she keeps me going when I see her.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we have to do these together. And then we're doing, did I show the Sheep Virtues one yet?
I don't know.
Let me show you quickly. So anyway, she's doing the Sheep Virtues. She's doing these. I think she's doing these all on one piece. That's your other option. You can, and I'm just drawn to doing them this way.
That's fine.
I'm so excited. So my Sheep Virtues, I started using my Fringe Supply bucket for my cross stitch.
I love it. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't remember if you showed that yet, but oh my gosh, I love it.
So it's coffee tea dyed fabric, which the lovely Chelsea and Priscilla and Vonna does it too. Um, have shown how to do it. I used to do it years ago. I'm using Monaco fabric. It's a little, because I coffee tea dyed it, I think the hole shrunk in a little. So it's a little tougher to find those holes. Like, it's not as open weave as I would like it, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to keep going.
Good. It's beautiful.
These are Little House again.
And how many will there be total?
We should know how many virtues are there. I think it's a 12 total. I think it's 12. And I have them all, and I have all the specialty buttons, and I have everything to go with it. Oh, I have more. I've been also a stitching machine. Hold on. I showed this started. Again, stitching is very, well, I say this, knitting is faster than stitching, but the pieces I'm choosing to stitch right now work up super fast. This is not the kind of stitching I used to do. This is a whole new world for me. So the word plays February.
Love.
I did this 2 afternoons. And I could finish it this afternoon if I put my mind to it.
I know you could.
So these are the monthly word plays by Brenda Gervais with by Needle and Thread. For a while, I think they're older.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe Chelsea was talking about them a lot, and they kind of, everybody wants them now. And I believe 123 Stitch has them.
Yes.
That is where I get a lot of my stuff.
Oh my God.
I want to start. It's only February, huh? I haven't even started March. I think April has a big bunny on it.
Oh.
And I bought all the fabric all at once and all the charts.
Good.
You have to. Charts like this, I feel like you have to, or else you won't be able to get them.
I was just gonna ask, so do they like retire them or they just stop selling them?
Yes, like a big, oh my gosh, I'm totally losing the name. Oh my gosh, all the Santas. Hold on. Prairie Schooler. Wow, that was bad. All their charts are very hard to get now. Or the old ones are hard to get. You have to go on eBay and pay a lot of money, I've heard. And of course, I had every single one of them.
Ad?
I'm sure. That's all right. That's all right. It's okay. And Lizzie Kate, who's huge, and she started when I started, which was, Ben is how old?
28.
Is he 28?
No. My goodness.
No, Jacob's 28.
Yeah.
I was like, someone's 28, 26. So she started 26 years ago. I believe we started at the same time. And she kept going, and she's huge, and she's retiring, and people are panicking.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think there was a little frenzy, but then everyone settled down and realized she's announcing her retirement. I don't think it's happened yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's happened yet. Her designs are adorable. I'm dropping everything. Yeah, I could go on and on. I love crusted. I love embroidery.
Yeah.
I do. I love it. There's something just so amazing about having a needle and thread and fabric in hand.
It is cool. It's like drawing on fabric. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, it's absolutely as these, because it's all blank fabric and you're following a chart and then the design magically appears, and I could go back to that industry in a minute.
Really?
I could. I wouldn't. It would be hard to re-enter because you'd have to get all those contacts for your suppliers and all of that.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness.
That's so fun, though. It's nice. Well, and who knows? Maybe we'll incorporate it someday. We've talked about that before.
We've talked about it. It could happen. You never know.
It's Legacy Fiber Arts. It's not Legacy Fiber Yarn.
We picked that name for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
For a reason. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I was a stitching fiend. Now, that was all about a week ago. I haven't done a thing on stitching. Yesterday I wanted to, and then I just got carried away. I couldn't stop dyeing yarn.
That's okay. Listen to your
It's a
body.
good thing.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh. So I have to ask you, did you start Wild Wild Country yet?
No. And I want to, but I can't start it without Dad.
You can't, because he will love it.
I know, but we talked about this. When we watch a show, it like one episode a night.
I know.
And I'm in here all day, and I could be like, oh, I would love to start it today.
Well, the only good thing is that you really kind of have to watch it. Like, it's very captivating. You're going to want to watch and pay attention. So if you're dying, it's not something...
I couldn't.
Yeah.
But even like tonight, as I'm sitting in here, like doing something I really enjoy, I could be watching it. It's okay. I'm obsessed with The New Girl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is one of my... Like, I could restart that today.
I've never watched it, and that makes me so happy. Well, and I say never watched it. It's like very familiar to me because it's like I've seen it here and there, but I started from the beginning.
Love that. Love that. I need to find another series to start from the beginning. I'm contemplating Downton Abbey.
Oh, my favorite.
I know. Something about...
Just the music alone.
The music, the British accents, there's something about British culture that it makes me so happy.
Yeah, and you know what I loved? And it's so funny. I have to go shut this yarn off. Hold on 1 second. I can hear it.
I'll keep talking. Anybody that hasn't started watching Wild Wild Country, do it. It's insane. I cannot believe you don't remember it happening.
I know nothing about what you told me. I was like, and I said to Dad, I was like, does this sound familiar?
It was the late 80s. It was like this cult. They took over like this whole county in Oregon, and like...
And what's the name of the cult?
The Rajneeshi, and the place that they like established, like their home city, it was the Rajneeshi Puram. And it was this man, like he had a million different names, like Osho was one of his names, and he was just this big leader. And like, I don't want to say too much. I mean, it doesn't matter if I say too much, but like, it's just riveting. They created an entire world, and they went like globally. They had all different compounds, and there was... It's insane. I
cannot wait. Maybe I'll start and not tell Dad.
Maybe
and then rewatch, because a lot of times I need to rewatch things.
I was just going to say that it might be beneficial.
I am looking on my phone because I want to talk about a book I just finished that I loved.
Yeah, definitely.
I have not, but we can keep talking TV because we're almost done with The Path, and I love it this year.
It's really good. I think
Did you finish?
Well, it's not over yet, is it?
Does it come on weekly? We're not caught up to it.
Weekly, yes.
Oh, see, I think Dad thinks it's almost over.
No. It comes out weekly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to tell you the name of this book.
Yes.
My phone. I need a new phone desperately.
No.
It's by Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
The Great Alone, a novel.
The Great Alone. Okay. Can you give us like...
Yes, I will give you a 2-second synopsis.
Okay.
It is a family, and they moved to Alaska, and the father has been to Vietnam, and it changed his whole life, and he has PTSD, and they move to Alaska, and they become homesteaders. And Alaska is a character all in itself in the book, which is fascinating.
Ooh.
The homesteading is fascinating. The fact that they have limited light as far, it gets dark, and it is fascinating. The story, it's one of my top books I've ever read.
That's amazing. That's so like kind of fitting for our industry too. Like I feel like that's kind of a captivating topic.
And oh shoot, there's one other piece of it. Oh, there's parts of it that are, I was like reading it like this, like, oh my God. Yeah, like one part in particular that I had to keep going like this. So it's the writing, I think, is so fantastic that you are part of it. I have not read a good book in a long time. Can you tell?
Yeah.
It, I would give it 10 stars out of 5.
So repeat the title again for anybody that's like,
Oh, darn it. I already forgot.
oh, no, that's okay.
I don't know why. The Great Alone.
The Great Alone. Okay.
Kristen Hanna. And I've read a lot of her writing, and she is a terrific writer. I just read, and I actually listened to, I think it was The Nightingale. She's written quite a few books. Maybe quite a few books isn't fair, but a couple books at least on World War II. And I have a book club that is one thing we read a lot. And now I have to stand up and go, no more World War II books. And they're always like, oh, Sue's not going to let us read this one. But The Nightingale was fantastic. She's a fantastic writer.
That's good to know. I'll put all that information in our show notes in the down bar on YouTube.
I would highly recommend the book. And it's funny because I've been recommended a lot of books by a lot of people, and quite often I like them. It just doesn't, I haven't had a good book in a long time.
Yeah.
Where I could go on and on about this book. It was so fantastic. My favorite part was the Alaska part and the mindset of Alaskan people. And of course, this was in I forgot the years because now it's probably much more commercialized than it was then. But so now I just started the Orphan Girls. I've been waiting for it.
Orphan Girls. Okay.
The Orphan Girls, I'm pretty sure. And I'm dying to start reading it tonight.
That's amazing.
I am loving my Kindle again.
Good.
I love my Kindle. I love it. But I also started following on Instagram.
Oh.
Have we not heard it until now?
Oh, because we had to stop for that lovely event that took place.
1:00 got 4 rings. That's all right. I follow on Instagram the Book of the Month Club.
Yes.
And I'm really loving following them because I've read, I think in January, I read all of their recommendations and really liked them. I think there was I read a lot of books in January and I did enjoy them.
Wow.
They were really good. But this one was riveting.
That's amazing.
Well, I was going to read it and go, what is she talking about? It was nothing like that.
The Great Alone.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because when you said homesteading, it brought me into my mind oh my gosh, Jenny and Devin, congratulations.
Congratulations. I am going to enjoy watching their story so much. I am green with envy, but so happy for them.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Now your father's calling me. Yeah, I'm so excited for them. I look forward to every post they post, and I'm beyond excited for them.
It's huge. I couldn't say it more. I agree. And it's so fun because they've talked about this for a while. So it's really fun to see people's dreams coming true.
Mm-hmm.
Is so inspirational. And it just, I don't know about you, but for me, seeing them living out their dream, it just makes me think oh my God, it's so dreams are attainable. You have to work for them, but a good example of just keep putting one foot in front of
the other.
Even what you want, and I'm so inspired by them. So Jenny and Devin, I don't even know if you guys watch this, but congratulations, sincerely.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it's amazing, and I think if you can follow, we've talked about this with our business so much, feeling like we were really led, and just keep following. And when you feel like you're hitting a wall, you might have to make a turn, but it really, really, really is true.
Mm-hmm.
My phone is just literally making so many noises right now.
It is just
holy cow.
Disaster piece theater today.
It's one more person texts me or message me or sends me an email in this short amount of time.
I know.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. I'm so excited to watch.
Me too.
I'm so excited to watch. And It's just super cool. Everyone's saying time's up. This is it. We're done.
Smoothest recording. She's like sucking on her one.
Isabella's now crying again, or not crying.
At least she tries to talk to you.
She tries. It's really annoying at times.
Better than barking, maybe?
It is.
Kind of. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can hear.
All right. Well, I feel like we got a lot in. We talked about everything.
Yeah.
I say we go needles up.
Let's needles up it because
Let's needles up it because everything could fall to pieces right about now.
I know. So thank you. Thank you to everybody for hanging out with us. Sorry it was such a it's been a day. And
it's been a day. It's okay.
But it's okay. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And it was great catching up with you guys. Lily's saying goodbye as well.
Isabel's like, goodbye.
I'll be recording a shorty next week. So, until then, and Mom and I will be recording 2 weeks after that. So we will be seeing you soon. Have a great holiday weekend. If you celebrate Easter, have a great holiday weekend. Hopefully you're able to spend it with friends and family. And I'll take a picture of her Easter dress for y'all.
Yes. Oh my gosh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Needles up.
Needles. Bye.